Freshly made chimichurri sauce and chimichurri chicken breast? Yeah! Hey there, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the Food Experience. Today's experience, I'm going to make some chimichurri sauce from scratch. In case you're not familiar, it's an Argentinian type sauce. It's very garlic forward. It's got all kinds of other ingredients. So I'm going to put together a marinade. Then I'm going to go ahead and make some awesome chicken breasts in the Kalorik Maxx air fryer oven. So without further ado, let's get down to it. Here's all the ingredients that are going to go in the chimichurri sauce. I got lemon juice, oregano, some super hot peppers, garlic, green onion, parsley, red wine vinegar, and sunflower oil. I'm going to start off with a medium bowl, and I'm going to dump in the sunflower oil, red wine vinegar, green onions, parsley, and I did chop all this stuff fresh ahead of time, except for the oregano. They didn't have any fresh, so I went with dried oregano, and I'm going to go ahead and crunch it up a little bit. Kind of helps activate it a little more. And then put that in. Then the peppers, and lastly the garlic. Oh yeah, and also the lemon juice. Next, go ahead and whisk everything together. Make sure everything is well combined. That's really smelling super fragrant and nice. And that's pretty much what I'm looking at. So I went ahead and grabbed a chicken breast. It's a large chicken breast. I put some of the chimichurri sauce in there and going to mix it around a little bit. And now I'm going to put this in the refrigerator and let it marinate for a few hours. I also saved some chimichurri sauce so I could use afterwards to baste on it right before it hits the oven. The chicken's going to be done marinating in about 15 minutes, so let's go ahead and preheat. I'm going to go to air fry, leave it on air fry. Just going to add a bunch of extra time. It really doesn't matter for the way that I cook it. And then I'm going to set the temperature at 360 degrees and start her up. Chicken's been marinating for about 3 hours. Time to remove it. I'm going to cook it on the steak tray that I have comboed with the drip pan. And like I said, that is a huge chicken breast. Y'all know the size of this tray. It's pretty decent size. And look how much room that occupies. I also got the remaining chimichurri here, but I'm not going to use that right now. The stuff that's in the bag, it's going to have to be discarded unless I use it immediately before the chicken hits the max. I'm just going to spoon on a little extra in some of the places that don't have it. Next thing I'm going to do is use an in-oven temperature probe, and I'm going to go ahead and put it into the thickest part. Oh, and that feels nice and tender, by the way, which means the marinade was definitely doing its job. Alright, it's time to go ahead and put it in the max. I'm going to use the regular air frying slot. There we go. So I'm going to put the wire under the doors. So I have my temperature probe set to 160 degrees. After about 10 minutes, I'm going to flip it, and right now it's at 42 degrees. Okay, 10 minutes has passed, and now I'm going to go ahead and flip it over. Oh, that's looking real good. And it looks like the chimichurri on the bottom pretty much stayed where it was when I had it in the bag. So I'm just going to spoon on a tiny bit more where it's lacking. This is going to be so flavorful. And by the way, that was fresh chimichurri from the bowl, not from that bag. That bag I discarded. Let's go ahead and put it back in the max. So right now the chicken's at 86 degrees. It's set to give me an alert at 160, and I might remove it at 165, and it'll go up a few more degrees. I'm also going to have to add more time, I could see. Doesn't really matter how much. Like I said, I'm cooking with a temperature probe, not necessarily with a timer. I just got the alert, and we are at 161 degrees. Couple more degrees, and I'm going to remove it. Time to remove the chicken. Oh, that's looking really good. Really good. I'm going to go ahead and transfer the chicken onto a cutting board. And I'm going to go ahead and tent it. and let it rest for about, I don't know, 5 to 10 minutes. Okay, it's been about 8 minutes. Temperature dropped to 158. Should be good now. Gonna go ahead and remove the probe. And it's looking juicy. Like, look at all that juice right there on the cutting board. I haven't even done anything yet. Let's go ahead and slice into it. Oh boy, that's tender. That is nice and tender. And just look at all that juice. I mean, lots and lots of juice. This is a super juicy chicken. If I push down, you could see it. That's about it right there. I'm going to put it on a plate. So that's what I'm looking at. Let's go back up top and I'll sample it with you guys. Welcome back, everybody. I got the chicken breast right here, and I put the extra chimichurri sauce into this ramekin. And I've already been tasting it. It's just out of this world. Let's go ahead and dip some in. The chicken is so tender, so juicy. I have a feeling I could cut it without a knife. Yeah, totally. The chimichurri sauce has like a nice tang to it. The garlic is so there. There's the peppers. I'm getting a little heat from them, but nothing too crazy. Just so good. So you could actually serve chicken like this over rice. I'm sure there's other ideas you could come up with, but I'm thinking over rice. Maybe make a salad with just different assorted greens and put the chicken on there and have the chimichurri sauce as kind of like a dressing. I could see that working out really well. But yeah, overall, this is definitely a hit. I'm definitely going to do it again. So I think I'm going to go ahead and finish the plate in private. I highly recommend doing this. You don't have to use the super hot peppers. You could use just regular red peppers or whatever is suitable for your heat level. I personally like it like this. Like, I'm actually getting a nice sweat from it. Really good. The recipe I got is from leylita.com. I will put that recipe in the description down below so you guys could go over there and check it out. I did slightly modify it. I didn't really use exact measurements, but it came out perfect. It was just like so perfect. So that's about all I got for you. I would like if you guys could leave me a comment down below if you ever tried chimichurri, or just a comment in general. And for all you people who are not part of my channel, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. I got all kinds of good things coming up. And with that said, we are going to tow this one out of here. Have a stellar day. Be excellent. And most of all, remember me, I'm KJ Andy O, your food experience host with the most. Y'all take care, and I'll see you next time.